Now, we want to introduce somebody.
Yeah.
You look for people that could help you, maybe driving and carrying your instruments and stuff you needed to minister. So you found how many people, and then, you know, you keep them a while and they go and that kind of thing. And then Larry.
Larry.
How'd you find
the
Larry?
The Lord slipped Larry in without me knowing it.
That's the best kind.
Yes, ma'am. And he lived in Louisville. I live in Nashville.
Oh, okay.
And he has a precious wife, Judy, and a little 6-year-old Christian came later. And then now we've got a terrible twos, Pierce.
Oh, my.
Oh, he's the sweetest dog, but he runs the place.
Okay, that's all right.
No,
he will be 3 before you know it, so hang on to
well,
him.
Knowing Pierce, he's so smart, he'll be 10 before we get him in
And
church.
what does he think about your puppy?
Oh, my land.
He likes
She'll say, come on, Shade, kissy, kissy.
Oh.
And they just...
He wants to kiss
the
the dog.
They kiss each other in the mouth. But she's clean as he
Well,
is.
I hope that he doesn't give the dog anything, and I hope the dog doesn't give him.
No, we anoint them all the time.
That's good. All right. Sitting beside you now is, I don't know what title you want to give him, but his name is Larry Ferguson. Welcome, Larry, to Nightline. What title do you give him?
He's my manager.
He's your
manager.
manager.
He books all my dates. He takes care of everything. If you only knew all the things this boy does.
And you trust him?
With all my heart and my hands.
Larry, you cannot buy that.
I know, that's the biggest compliment in the world to get from such an anointed person and such a sweet, loving person outside of just the anointing as it we know it in the ministry.
Did you hear her sing years ago?
Oh yeah, I was the biggest Dottie Rambo fan in the world. I just wanted to meet her one day.
Yeah.
I never dreamed I would get to do what I get to do with her.
But you wrote a book. Now, I saw the movie Driving Miss Daisy, and I loved it. Yeah. I loved it. So, Driving Miss Dolly. Not Dolly. She's one of your friends, too.
Yeah, and his friends, too.
Really? Okay. Yeah. She's not here, but Dottie is here. Driving Miss Dottie. And beautiful cover.
Thank you.
What's in this book, Larry?
Well, there's a lot of fun stories from funny things that have happened to us on the road, and a lot of fun things she's done with my children, and how when I was a child wanted just to meet her, and how I got to know her music, and she's been a big part of our lives, and you'll see a lot of behind the scenes that people don't know about, and that maybe she doesn't think people are concerned about.
Oh, I like that picture.
Yeah, that's on the bus. That's on the bus. There's a lot of pictures in it, and pictures of her with some of her famous friends, and we didn't do anything that would take away from her book, because this is an appetizer for the main course. So her book will be out next year, and so they kind of complement each other and are fun. Same company, Woodland Press, are doing both books.
Do you have a title for it? The one that's coming?
You know, I wasn't going to tell anybody, but...
well, you don't have to.
We copyrighted it.
Yeah, we copyrighted it, written
Okay.
it, it's all right. But what else in the world? One day I was going to call it My Journey, but that we didn't tell anything.
Well, everybody goes on a journey.
Yeah.
They don't have as many rocks in the path like you have, but...
But, just plain as day, the Lord let me know. My book was called The Gift. What has sustained me?
That's right.
Except the gift. You asked me a question a while ago, and I got to answer it. How did Larry come into this picture?
Yeah.
When I was laying so bad sick in my bed, 2 women tried to poison me with medicine. Took my phones out of my room, my lamps out of the room, and ended up the last one in the hospital. For 2 weeks, she had poisoned me.
Why? She wanted your things?
Yeah, she wanted to wipe me out, and she'd already wiped out a whole account that I had in the bank. And it's a bad story. Well, another person came in, and he was doing things that was unspoken, and it was just getting worse and worse. And then this boy, without me knowing it, was booking some great, wonderful churches and auditoriums. I didn't know. I just thought the other guy was getting better at what he's doing.
Yeah.
I didn't know it. And so I'd look up everywhere I went just about, and there's old Larry sitting there, and I thought, man, he's glutton for
He's
punishment.
coming on strong.
I'm telling you. And one day he said, you want to go down, y'all hear Dolly? And I said, yeah, I haven't seen Dolly in a long time. So we went down, and there was the whole front row, had his Ferguson production, where he booked everybody. Jeff,
And that's
Jake
the first
Hess and-
time you knew it.
Yeah, and Dolly had fixed that whole row, you know, like a sleeve over the back of the chair.
Yeah.
It had it all monogrammed, you know, and I thought, well, I've never been surprised and impressed in my life. And we were sitting there, and Dolly came out and saw me and was hollering at me. And then after her show, she called me back, and Larry and our friends, and we sat around, talked, and that's when really Stand by the River, the song we do together, we got
So he
that.
sings too?
No,
No,
her and Dolly.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. You and Doc.
Yeah.
We that's when we decided we was going to do a song together. But anyway, she'd known Larry a pretty good while too.
See there?
He just, you know, just goes quietly through like the Lord uses
Yeah,
people.
well, that's true.
So
That's true.
when I found out what Larry was doing, and I found out what this other person was doing,
yeah.
I said, Lord, thank you. I believe this time you're going to rescue me.
Praise God.
And so he said, how did it go last weekend? And I said, well, pretty good. Why? He said, well, I couldn't get there. And I said, well, honey, you go everywhere I'm going lately. And he said, well, I guess you don't even know that I've been booking most of your dates for I don't know how long. And I didn't know it. And it dawned on me how precious God was, because he saw the, I'm going to say it, faithfulness of me, because I wanted to minister.
See, you have been too trusting all your life. And that's good to a point.
Yeah.
But, you know, when God says she's not going to stand up for herself, I got to send some worthwhile people in her life.
There you go.
And he does. Yeah.
Listen, finally we got to talking. We talked through all of that. And Larry says, he said, I'll come down here and I will take a big cut in my pay to work with this ministry, and I will get it on its feet. My wife and I, little Christian, will take care of you. And nobody's going to rob from you again. We're going to get you out of that bed. Right?
And he did.
That's right.
And they picked up their things and moved to Nashville.
Well, when she got back out with the people,
Yeah.
the anointing just hit her.
But see, she's a people person.
Her health was doing better. She was doing
Yeah.
better. And just as soon as she gets, you know,
Yeah.
full swing,
Yeah.
that's when Satan will throw in something to attack her physically, because he knows he can't get the mind. He knows he can't get her anointing.
talent, right.
He can't get her
Absolutely.
anointing. Before he was coming in through other people.
Yeah.
Those doors had all been locked, so now he's going to attack her body some more. But she's like a cat. If you throw, she lands on her feet.
You think she's got 9 lives or
she's
more?
used them all. She's used them all.
That's
And
wonderful.
she is just back. And when she gets with the people and gets under the anointing, as you've seen her
Yeah.
minister,
Oh, yes.
she is like the strongest woman alive. I mean, this little body, her spirit could lift a whole building.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's
Yeah.
how she is at home. That's the way she is all the time. Even in her sickness, she's ministering to nurses. She's trying to tell us,
about that?
you know, how to do things better. And she wants to be a help. She wants
And
to be
she
a help
has
more
been
than.
for many, many years.
Oh yeah, she's done as much for me as I've done for her. It's a partnership.
That's good.
It's a partnership, and she's like a grandmother to my kids. And
Oh, yeah. They call me Granddot.
Do
Just
they
like
really?
my grandkids do.
That's precious.
But, you know, Larry, when he said, when he was talking about this, he said, Dottie, I'll tell you what. You can put me under a bond.
that's right.
I'll never sign a check in my life. I'll bring them all to you. And he never does. I've never had that kind of,
Oh, yeah.
trust
Right.
in anybody since I've been living, except my mother.